So, okay. First of all, I don't know if this is. Hold on. This is the seventh of. I can't even see. And why I look like I got major bags under my eyes, and I know I don't. Not majorly, because I've been sleeping. But anyway, so it is December the 7th, 2022. December the 7th, 2022. Last night, I was getting ready to go to sleep, and Spirit said familiar spirits, which was an answer to a question that I had had about why people seem to gravitate towards the most heinous, the most disgusting, the most horrid and wretched type spirits, right? And shit. That was my question, my thoughts. It wasn't a question that I actually asked the universe. It was just a thought that I had multiple times during this whole stalking situation. 2 years, right? 2 and some change years. And so I was looking at the amount of hatred, and I've seen it. I've seen this. I had to grow up with around somebody, this entity, right? Who, well, not for the entirety, because a lot of times it wasn't around her, but I've seen like a lot of weird ass shit. So, and I wondered multiple times, like, I wonder why they always in protection of everything that's wrong. It's like they desperately need to be on the side of wrong, right? Concerning me, when concerning me, they desperate. You ever had somebody that's desperate to be your opposition? Like they desperately hate you, and I'm talking about desperate motherfuckers. Ain't not in a situation where they got to deal with you, so and they feel however. No, motherfuckers go out of their way so that they can. So now, Spirit spoke last night and said, familiar spirits. I looked it up. I've heard of familiar spirits. I've heard teachings on it before a while back. Not very in depth, but I was a bit familiar with it. But and still, I looked it up, listened, watched a couple videos or whatever. And a couple of things. First of all, the reason that certain individuals gravitate towards, they lean on that side is because that's who they are. That's number one. Number two, and I feel like this part is way more important because truthfully, fuck somebody else's problem and what the hell they got going on. That's an abuser of you or some shit. Because you can't fix somebody else's shit no way. And more than likely, that shit can't be fixed if it's spiritual, unless they go in there and do it. So, more importantly, what came to me today is how familiar spirits, a family of spirit or a legion of spirits can hang around you to hinder your progress, right? This was interesting because I said a couple of months ago, God brought it to my attention that somehow you're attracting these spirits, right? Yo, ever since this whole stalking situation started, it has been right before, okay? I was right before this stalking situation started, like about 3-4 years ago. I came to a turning point, right? Where I'm working hard on changing some stuff and moving into a different space in life that I really desired. And have for a long time, been praying for a long time, all that shit. Yo, when this started, why is it that the activities of this hate group that I'm dealing with, this group of demons or spirits, whatever, whatever governs them, why, I need you to tell me why their activities were specific. It was so specific. The shit that was being produced was specifically exact opposite of everything that I prayed for. I'm talking about if I had need of a black cat, I would have got a white dog. If I had asked God For if I had asked God for a sunny day, I would have got a cloudy night. That's how opposites everything was being produced ever since this situation then started, right? It was almost as if they went down my prayer list and presented the exact opposite of everything. All of my needs, it was the exact opposite. Everything the opposite. Hold on, I'm gonna wait till I get off this bus because it's too loud. It's too loud, and I want to make sure I'm recording. So here's the thing. Like I was saying, because I'm still on this bus, but it's a bit quieter than it seemed like it was earlier. Everything, every need that I had, it started to be presented the opposite, right? I wanted to buy a house. I'm homeless. So now, I had, I had wondered. Hold up. Bus move it. Okay. So I keep pausing because it be loud for a minute, and then it's like the bus, how it when it's moving or whatever. Now, I was in a period where everything that I was asking God for, He was presenting it, right? He was granting it. Then all of a sudden, this demon, this legion of spirits swoop in, and now everything is opposite. Hold up. So notice what I said now. God was presenting everything that I asked for. Been praying for 30 years. No lie. I swear to God. I swear. 30 years of prayer. Right? God has started presenting the universe, whatever, however you want to put it, it don't matter, has started manifesting it. Now, not that I was sitting somewhere just waiting for whatever. No. I was pushing hard for financial freedom. As far as romance, I was not pushing hard in that area because God said the man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. So I wasn't pushing hard in that area. However, He presented it, right? Exactly what I needed. Y'all, I fucked around and was doing too damn much. Opened the door for a whole legion of demons. This shit started, y'all, I swear to God, the exact opposite of everything being presented. Not just being presented, because if something presents itself to you that is outside of what you need or what you want, all you gotta do is keep it moving. It wasn't that simple. These motherfuckers they are trying to force upon me everything that I don't want or need. Okay? Because for one, if I go free, God still got for me what He has for me. I fucked around and got myself entrapped with some spirits from the dark side. When I tell you every single prayer, the exact opposite, they begin to dismantle every single prayer. My husband, they're trying to force some nigga. There's some disrespectful ass nigga that's gonna be trying to play fucking games and shit. And I already got so much going on. Ain't no fucking way. They're trying to force me into a lower position. Basically, they're trying to force me into a lower position than what God said, right? And than what God has for me. Second, as I said already, I was buying a house. Now homeless, right? If I go free, that means that I can still step into what God has for me. These motherfuckers trying to force lesser. They're trying to force the lesser. So now I get upset, frustrated. God said, because I said, I wonder where this shit come from. Like where did this demon come from? Like where did it originate and stuff like that? I asked that question before. This was a good while back. God showed me the demon in a time period that was before I was even born. These spirits, y'all, be ancient. I was just watching a video, a minister, I can't remember his name now, but he was saying how these spirits can be around for hundreds. Some of them been around for hundreds of years or even thousands. I hadn't even thought about no damn thousands of years. When God showed me that the spirit was ancient He said ancient. I was thinking more like generations or hundreds of years. Thousands of fucking years? Do you know these motherfuckers, you can't do shit with their asses. You have to get yourself free. You have to get yourself free. It ain't even no point, y'all. Real talk. It's really not even no point of getting mad at people that are the puppets or the pawns or whatever that these demons are using. Only thing they are vessels. Just like people of God are vessels of God, and we don't deserve praise. You don't deserve praise for any good that you do or whatever, because it's not really of you, it's of God, right? God deserves all the praise. These demons and these spirits and stuff that be using these people, ain't really no point in getting too caught up in anger, because these motherfuckers ain't shit but weak ass vessels. They don't have control either. They're just being used by the dark side to carry out whatever the agenda is. You can have a whole family of fucking spirits that are assigned to you just to hinder you. Y'all, I've wondered a million times how somebody can I wonder a million times how somebody can focus on somebody that hard the way these people do. Now I know that the crackers, they sold me to some crackers, right? I know that they make money off of me, right? Okay. But outside of that, what about the others? What about the others? What about the so-called family members, so-called friends and shit? How can somebody muster that amount of hatred for somebody who's been there for them, who's done for them? And 99% of these motherfuckers ain't never did a goddamn thing for me. So I don't know what the fuck they own. Y'all, it's demonic. It ain't natural. That shit ain't natural. You gotta look around. I'm trying to tell you. I told God, this was probably about 2 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago. It came to me how God said, the universe spoke, said, like, why every time I turn around, I got the most disgusting ass entities latching onto me. I'm not lying. It seems to me that there's always some disgusting ass shit trying to latch on to me. Some bullshit every fucking time. And I'm not talking about just happenstance, just coincidence. I'm talking about these motherfuckers be latching onto my ass. And I was like, why in the fuck do I always have some goddamn shit latching onto me? Why? These motherfuckers are assigned. Yo, we have familiar spirits following us around, assigned to destroy your purpose in life. Then I learned about monitoring spirits. Hold on. Then I learned about monitoring spirits that hang around just so that they can see what you're doing and see what's going on, so they can dismantle and fuck up shit. Basically, that's their job, is to fuck up whatever the fuck good that comes in your life. A young lady, one of the young ladies on one of the videos that I watched, that was teaching on these spirits, made a point. I wasn't a man. Anyway, somebody made a point that I hadn't really thought about in a while. How the enemy is not omniscience. Like, the enemy does not, no, I'm probably not saying that right. But the enemy is not all knowing. God is all knowing. God is everywhere. God is everything. He embodies everything. The enemy, the spirit world realm, the dark side is not all knowing. They don't know every fucking thing. So now, back to this whole situation that I'm in, right? It's a spiritual warfare for sure. I'm certain of that. God been showed me that. I've been showed that. He been showed me that. Although I still be mad in the natural, my human mind, I be mad. I want to punch somebody in the face. I want to punch a human in the motherfucking face, in the throat. But truthfully, I know that this is not a flesh and blood type of battle. This is a spiritual warfare. God showed me that the enemy don't know shit. Because guess what? Now, I told you how all of my prayers began to be dismantled, right? God was moving. When I say God was moving, I was pushing hard. I was laboring the way a woman labors. The way a woman labors and she ready to give birth to this beautiful child, the gift, right? The child is the gift. That shit is painful. It's majorly painful. It's tiring. It's not pretty. That I was in that type of space. I was pushing. I was pushing like hell, y'all. I mean, I was pushing like hell. And it was majorly painful. It was very painful. It was very tiring. But God presented to me exactly what I asked for. My ass, because I'm so fucking human, I'm doing all kind of dumb shit. So now I done got myself involved. I done left the space open for a whole legion of demons to come in. When I tell y'all my prayers was dismantled, outside of that, there's a whole slew of other activity, right? So now they do a whole lot of dumb shit. I be wondering, I used to wonder, like if their intention is XYZ, then I wonder why they be doing ABC. Or if they trying to figure out, XYZ, then why are they presenting ABC? That's because they grasping at straws. The enemy is not all knowing. They don't know what the fuck. They don't know, y'all. And so they got to monitor. There's monitoring spirits. And in my case, I have actual people that are monitoring me. They operating in the spirit of darkness. And so that's what they do. They're gathering information, trying to figure shit out. But see, my ass so trippy. I'll say all kinds of shit because it's funny. I'm silly like that. So half the shit I say, you can't take that shit hard, no way. So these motherfuckers, y'all, I be having these motherfuckers confused as hell because a lot of the shit they present, I know goddamn well they didn't get that information from the spirit because the spirit don't lie. So they got that shit from their own gatherings, their own information where they thinking they figured some shit out. They ain't figured out a motherfucking thing yet. Not much, y'all. They present so much shit that is way off the mark. I mean, way off the mark. I've asked that question multiple times to myself. I be saying, I wonder what the hell, why wouldn't they just do such and such? That's what I be thinking. If they're trying to, if they're trying to do this, then why they didn't just do that? Or why they do this or whatever? It's because they fucking don't know. That's why, because they don't know. They can't, the enemy is not all knowing and all powerful. He's not all knowing and all powerful like God is. That ain't what's going on. So now that I understand that, and it's been late, God, everything that the Lord shows me, y'all, it be on point. It be on point. Everything. Now that I understand that, the trick now is getting the fuck out. And not just getting out because I can get free, y'all. Even if I get out from this hate group, which is the human form, right? They are being governed by spirits and principalities from the dark side. If my ass get free from these demons, that don't mean that I lose contact with all of the legion. That don't mean that I would lose contact with the legion of familiar spirits that are assigned to destroy my purpose. So not only do I got to get free from this situation, but I got to get free from those spirits as well out of my life. I'm talking about permanently, y'all. Now here's one of the trippiest parts. Since this situation been going on, one of the tactics they use, every abuser, and I'm talking about the most disgusting ass type of individuals. Every abuser that I have ever encountered, has resurfaced in connection to this hate group, y'all. Every abuser that I've ever encountered, except for one, I haven't heard nothing about him. I haven't seen him, and I haven't heard them hinting around because they like to hint around a lot. They like to play a lot of little games. It's like dealing with a bunch of big rusty children. But there's only one that I haven't heard anything about, or nor have I seen. Every other abuser that I've ever had, y'all, has presented itself, right? So I said, well, I'm not sure. So now here's the thing. Again, y'all know the enemy is not all knowing. So the enemy don't know that I've been on my face for the last 30 fucking years. I've been praying for 30 fucking years. God has been healing me. It has been a process. Lord, it's been a process. But God has been healing me. I don't fear no abuser. Them motherfuckers can suck my dick. I'm not scared of my fucking abusers. They can kiss my ass. I'm scared of them motherfuckers. They can kiss my ass. I don't feel nothing towards them. I don't feel nothing. Nothing. Some of them I just feel disdain or whatever. But I don't feel fear. I don't feel guilt. I don't feel shame. So I don't know. Again, I want to say I don't know why they would even bring them, but we already know the answer. Because they grasping at straws. The enemy is not all knowing. The enemy don't know a goddamn thing, y'all, outside of what we let them know. They're not all knowing. So they grasping at straws trying to figure out different ways to destroy you. That ain't it. That's for sure not it. Because I don't fear my enemies. I don't fear my abusers. The people who have abused me or whatever, they ass better fear me because I will fucking do one of their asses. I'm not scared of them. I'm not scared of them. They can bring them all. They can bring them all. I don't give a fuck about them. I can look them motherfuckers right in the face, y'all. I don't feel shit. Do you understand me? I'm not one shred of fear whatsoever. They can suck my dick. So moving along, familiar spirits. If you got a whole set of shit that goes down in your life, it seems continuously, then you might be dealing with them, and you might want to figure out how to get yourself free. Every single time, I mean every time, y'all. I'm talking about every. And, oh yeah, and matter of fact, let me go back to when I say, what about the so-called family members, so-called friends and shit, right? That shit is demonic. That shit is straight. People, it is not natural for people to be so hateful and so disloyal and just so cruel the way that these people are. That shit ain't natural, y'all. Those are them damn spirits. You can't tell me. Those are spirits. It's demonic spirits. I'm trying to tell you. And then if you got motherfuckers that's always been like that, that's because they ass was born. It was an inception. That spirit was present from birth. That's why they always been like that. It's one thing if you have a problem with somebody and y'all just become enemies or some shit. Y'all, I'm talking about motherfuckers that you ain't did shit to. Them motherfuckers just hate you. And they have from the very beginning of life. That shit is demonic. That shit is demonic. The motherfuckers been carrying that spirit since they was born. And the spirit been hanging around since before any of y'all was born. Okay, them spirits be ancient. Them demons be ancient. They be hundreds, thousands of years old. God, and I've listened. I've listened to a little bit of teaching on the matter, but you know what? The knowledge is not new. It is not new. Only thing it did was confirm what God had already showed me. Because if I could find a video, I don't know where. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it about them ancient spirits. God showed me. He showed me the spirit hanging around in a dark, shadowy place. And when it showed the landscape and the surroundings, it was not a place like that's here in this world right now. It was in ancient times, like Rome or some fucking where. Them motherfucking spirits is ancient, y'all. Ain't no point in us even really being too mad or getting too caught up, worried about what people be doing. You need to figure out how to get rid of yourself of them spirits, because all people are vessels. That's all they are. They vessels. That's it. Them motherfuckers gotta go. I want the spirit gone, and I want the people gone too. Because that weak ass vessel, if you get rid of the spirit, who's to say that another one can't possess their ass and they start working against you again? Fuck that shit. They gotta go. And I'm not accepting no gifts, y'all. That's another thing. Grasping at straws. The enemy is not all knowing. God is all knowing. The enemy is not all knowing. I think when they was doing all of that bragging about money and stuff, I think it was because they simple ass mind, not knowing me, they don't know me. So they gathered that I was probably really impressed by money. I was that type of person. They assumed. I'm not. Y'all, I'm not a person that's really impressed by money. So that shit didn't work. And so they went about all this other stuff. They very much heavily interested in in my sex life and my love life and things like that. Those now, and the thing that's most important to me is people. The people in my life is what's most important to me. They began to attack that. They was attacking everything, but they stay on that. But check this out. This particular episode, from my knowledge, has been going on for almost 3 years, y'all. I dealt with this demonic entity for my whole life, and the same methods and tactics that they are using right now, they use those same tactics my whole life. They have always hated the idea of me forming relationships, love. They hate everything that's natural and good in life. I mean, it's all natural. They've always hated.
All passengers wear a face covering for your safety and the safety of others around you.
These spirits have always hated it, y'all. Always. I used to wonder why there was always so much activity. When people used to try to tell me shit, I would not believe them because that shit just seemed too much to me. I'm like, no, I doubt it. That shit was for real. That shit was for real. I'm telling you. Familiar spirits are real. Demons, the spirit realm is real. Demons are real. Demonic activity is real. All this shit that you see, all you gotta do is look at the news, look around. This shit that we see, this shit is not a fight with flesh and blood. It is spirits and principalities. Period. I don't give a shit how it sound. I don't care who don't. I don't care how it sound. I don't care who don't believe it. I don't care who think it sound crazy. Whatever you believe ain't gonna stop that shit from being true. We're in a spiritual warfare. Period. And I need to be free. Fuck that. I need to be free. I ain't accepting shit from no demon. I don't want nothing to do with it or any of its associates. I swear to God, y'all, I'm so sick of these motherfucking entities. I do not know what to do. I swear. I want them gone. And I spent a lot of time worrying about getting free from this situation. I need to be free from these spirits, period. Because if not, the motherfuckers will rear their ugly heads again in your life if we don't learn how to get rid of them or we don't know how to free ourselves from them. And as the prophet says, he says you need to what did he say? Create a ring of fire around yourself. Something like that, he said. Create a ring of fire around yourself. I hate quoting people and don't tell you who the person is. I can't remember his name, but it was on somebody I found on YouTube. Anyway, that's all. I needed to get that off while it was still. I need to get that off while it was still fresh in my mind. I could not go to sleep until after I understood what the spirit was trying to say to me last night, and then continued today because the first thing that I noticed was how it related to some of my abusers. But then God showed me how it related to me, which is most important. I got to worry about the spirits that I'm dealing with, period. I want the motherfuckers gone. Y'all, I don't even want to be attractive to no demonic ass people. I don't want to be attractive to nobody who can't provide what I need. The fuck? How the fuck you gonna be praying for 30 fucking years and then be presented with all opposite of every fucking thing that you've been praying for? After God started to prepare your table, y'all, God had done started preparing my table. Now look, where the fuck my husband at? Y'all already know, I'm sure. Anybody who's seen any of my videos already know. Because that's all the fuck I do is whine. I'm about to go. I had to get that off, though. I had to get it off while it was fresh in my mind. Y'all, I'm trying to tell you, these spirits will fuck up your whole life, and they come in human form. There's people that you deal with is always problematic. It's because the motherfucker is problematic because they are carrying spirits that are attacking you, that are sent to attack you. And they weak vessels, so they just being used. Okay. All right, I'm finna go now. I'm finna go. I had to get that off. Pray for me. Anybody who gets this, who hears this or watches this or whatever, that's able to pray for me, y'all. Pray not even just about my physical situation, but spiritually. I want these spirits gone, y'all. And any part of me that attracts them, I want that part of me to be changed, washed, cleansed, removed, whatever. I do not even want to be attractive to these type of damn spirits. What the fuck they targeted me for? I was targeted, y'all. I was targeted. I do not want to be targeted again by these damn deceptive ass, despicable ass, disgusting ass spirits. I want to only be attracted to what it is that I am attracted to. I need what I